This time on the Gadget Show.
We hit a sleepy seaside resort filled with sun, sea and stacks of gadgetry.
Clothes-powered curtains.
Suzi and I faced the huge challenge of creating a high-tech hotel of the future.
Nice. And John and Pollyanna are in the Far East, testing one-touch camcorders.
John's doing the sensible stuff, while yet again we tried to scare the living bejeebers out of Polly with some rather extreme testing.
And Ortis goes surfing on a lake. But then he does have a board with a 350cc engine.
Don't you dare turn over again. Oi!
And welcome to the Gadget Show.
Yes, and as we face the end of the holiday season, Suzi and Ortis are engaged in a head-to-head deathmatch, winner-takes-all, holiday hotel-based spank down.
No, we're not.
It's going to be awesome.
No.
No, it's nothing like that, Jason. Although it is a holiday hotel-based challenge.
Yes, it's a holiday hotel-based challenge, you see. Loads of friction, action, adrenaline.
OK, I don't know what kind of holidays you've had, but let's just have a little reality check here, shall we? Instead of going against each other like we normally do, you know, fighting hammer and tongue,
yes.
Actually, on this challenge, Ortis and I are working together.
Yeah.
United.
Yes.
Hey, O-Dog?
So it's Sexy Miss P and the old dog against the world, yeah? Woo! Chest bump.
No.
I'm away from a challenge for 1 week, yeah? And suddenly we go from an adrenaline-fueled, action-packed, challenge-based show to a kind of a hippie chest five loving. just play the film.
Chest fives.
We're used to receiving challenges in some pretty strange places, but we were rather baffled when we were sent to the seaside town of Worthing. Especially when we were told to book a hotel near the seafront and wait in our room.
Suzi, did you book this hotel room?
Yeah.
And you asked for twin beds? Could have... Look. This will be our challenge.
Good. Suzi and Ortis, your challenge is to drag the good old British hotel into the 21st century.
Using your extensive gadget knowledge, you are to tech out a room in this very hotel.
Your efforts will be judged by a hotel inspector. So get to it. And remember, the customer's always right. Yes, I wish more hotels would think that.
It's a collaborative challenge this
It
time.
is. We're going to be working together.
Yep.
That's exciting.
Travelling around the world looking at the best tech on the planet means the whole of the Gadget team is very familiar with hotels. There are good ones, bad ones, and even a few spectacular ones, but on the whole, they're pretty bland, where the most memorable piece of tech in the room is the trouser press.
It was clear that transforming our chintzy seaside B&B into a cutting-edge gadget hotel would be a major challenge. So I decided to contact a futurologist, someone who predicts future developments in technology based on existing trends.
And I decided on a more practical approach by flying to Germany to see the future hotel in Duisburg.
Oh, wow. Now this looks cool. I feel like Jonathan Archer, first captain of the Starship Enterprise.
It's not a real hotel, but a university research project where the travel industry tries out tech to see what might be possible in the future. The researchers' aim is to use tech to make the future hotel room as restful and stress-free as possible. So, no switches or zappers, just lots of relaxing mood lighting and voice-controlled tech.
Computer, please raise the temperature of this room to 21 degrees.
Certainly, Mr. Deley.
Definitely a bit toastier, yeah. And what about this? I feel like a bit of music. How about something classical, computer?
Certainly, Mr. Deley.
Back in Britain, I'd arranged to meet up with Peter Cochrane, former head of research at BT Laboratories and futurology blogger.
So, Peter, what kind of tech do you think we should be looking at?
Well, I guess my best example is if you go to Korea today, you use your mobile phone for everything. It's your credit card, it opens your doors, you can buy a coffee, you can pay for a cab. So I'd like to come in the room
and use your mobile.
You bet.
Peter was right. Smartphones already hold vast amounts of our personal data and preferences, so they would be the perfect device to allow hotel guests to control everything they wanted in their room, from unlocking the door to paying the bill.
What about the bathroom?
The bathroom is one of my favourite nightmares. You could not predict the number of variations on turning a tap to get water out that there are. It would be so nice to go into a hotel where there's just a button that says go, stop, on, off, hot, cold.
Over in Germany, I'd already seen the future of bathrooms and it was brilliant.
Now check this out. The bathroom has a spa feel to it. There's a massive glass window so I can see into the main room and keep an eye on what the missus is up to. A massive bath with jacuzzi function. And they've integrated infrared heaters into the wall behind me. Now, obviously you can't see it, but I can feel the heat coming off that. It's like having your own mini sauna. Ooh.
There's also a fully integrated media display in the computerized bathroom mirror, and there's even a device that produces scented steam.
Wild lemon.
But there's more. Get up in the middle of the night and pressure sensors in the floor switch the bathroom light on. How cool is that? And it gets better. It seems that in the future all this automation will be personally tailored to our individual needs.
Well, I don't see why I can't come into a hotel room and have all my photographs on Flickr on the TV screen. There's no reason at all why I shouldn't come with all my preferences loaded on my mobile phone and they're instantly adapted into that room. So if I want to watch a program like the Gadget Show, why doesn't the system tell me that it's on? The electronics could do that for me.
Back in Germany, I was really getting into the automated lifestyle.
Computer, rock the bed.
Yes, Mr. Deley. Sweet dreams.
So we'd seen and heard some great ideas for dragging our good old British hotel into the 21st century. But there'd still be plenty to do before it was ready for the arrival of the hotel inspector.
Oh, I loved your Gadget Hotel. It looked amazing.
Yeah, I mean, the real big thing about it was its bespoke nature, the fact that you can just walk in through the door and then tailor every aspect of the room to your specific needs.
Yeah, that was really interesting. I mean, obviously, we've seen voice automation on the Gadget Show before, but I thought Peter was quite interesting, coming up with the idea of just using a smartphone.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? It's the most ubiquitous gadget out there.
So we had an awful lot of work to do, but some really great ideas and some great tech in our minds.
Yeah, and we're pretty sure that our hotel inspector will be very impressed with the tech that we've incorporated into our Gadget Hotel.
Welcome back. Now I want to talk to you about pocket camcorders. It all started back in 2007 with this, the Flip Ultra, a cheap point-and-shoot camcorder that made transferring footage to your computer easy peasy lemon squeezy. Sales were, well, flipping brilliant. However, there are now a number of impressive-looking competitors to the Flip. And to find out if any should be vying for your pocket space, Gadget Show new girl Pollyanna and I headed off somewhere rather nice. To test our camcorders, we travelled nearly 7,000 miles to Singapore. It attracts over 10 million tourists a year. Make that 10 million and two. It's getting hotter and stickier by the minute. I'm really going to have to sit down.
We'd brought along 3 of the latest One Touch HD camcorders to put through their paces. The Slide HD is Flip's latest model and its key feature is a huge 3-inch touchscreen.
The Sanyo Exacti CS1 is the most expensive of our 3 models, but it's the only one with an optical zoom.
And Kodak's Play Sport is designed as a fun-action waterproof camcorder with built-in image stability.
Right, Pollyanna, what I think we should do with these 3 is both head off, choose our favourites, and then put them head-to-head in a sort of pocket camcorder Singapore smackdown. To choose my favourite, I headed for the Singapore Flyer, the world's largest giant observation wheel. At 165 metres, it's over 30 giraffes high. And first up, I tried the Flip. Instead of having actual buttons, you've got a 3-inch touch screen. You don't actually get a bigger image while you're shooting the video, but when it comes to playing it back, you can flip the screen up and you get a full landscape view. There are very few features. There's no optical zoom, just a 2x digital one, and I can't shoot any stills. Also, it's very bulky compared with a normal Flip. After the disappointing Flip, it was on to the Sanyo. The Sanyo is by far the most versatile as a camcorder and a camera. I've got a proper 10x optical zoom, so I can really zoom in for some close-up details of the cityscape or the harbour. I can shoot all sorts of video resolutions from full 1080p downwards, and I can also shoot 8-megapixel stills while I'm shooting video. Hurrah for the Sanyo! On then to the Kodak. The Kodak feels light but tough, it's very nice to use, and you get quite a few settings to play with. You can shoot at full 1080p, or you can just shoot in humble WVGA quality. I can also shoot 5-megapixel stills. However, I still can't do any zooming in. It's only a digital zoom, albeit a 4x one, so if I want to take advantage of the high resolution and get good close-up shots of the city, well, I can't. So my favourite had to be the Sanyo. It wasn't perfect, but I felt its zoom would give me an advantage in my showdown with Polly.
For me, a camcorder must be quick, easy to use, and produce great pictures. So I'm here at the Megazip. I decided to test the camcorder's usability by travelling at 50 miles an hour on a 450-metre cable down to the beach. And first up on the Zip was the Flip.
Quite easy to use. One touch, starts recording. Can't go too far wrong.
However, the Flip was really bulky to hold and not what I wanted from an action camera. Next up, the Sanyo.
That was difficult to open. Took ages to turn on. And then still took a couple of seconds to record.
The Sanyo's fiddly controls meant it was a no-no for me. But would the Kodak be any better?
It's already started recording. That was super quick. What a brilliant camcorder. Just the feel of it, as soon as you put it in your hand, completely different. This is fab.
Surprisingly, John and I both felt the Flip Slide HD should now be eliminated. The bulky new model just hadn't made the grade.
So, with Polly loving the Kodak and me feeling the Sanyo was potentially the best of the three, we needed to decide a winner. And for that, we went along to Singapore's world-famous River Festival. Hello. Oh, thank you. A challenge.
Polly, you must each use your chosen camcorder to record a video of fish.
The winner will be the first one to upload their video onto YouTube. Ready, Polly?
Always ready for you, John.
Ooh, let's go.
One-touch camcorders are supposed to make sharing video online quick and easy, so this head-to-head test was a great way to see whose camera was the fastest, and I was confident I would easily get a video of a fish.
This is fantastic.
Let's go down by the river. Now, that's a starfish. Now, I don't know whether starfish really are fish, so I'm going to shoot it anyway.
And I guessed a fish man wasn't kosher either.
Just look at that.
I'd hit the jackpot and found a riverside restaurant with a great big tank full of fish. Lucky the Kodak's waterproof. John was taking the challenge a little less literally than me and had found some interesting fish sculptures.
Ah! Not one fish, but 6. I think I'll shoot those. Polly will be impressed with this video, I think.
So let's take a look at your fish. Perfect. Thank you so much. I need to get it online now.
My video was easily uploaded from my Sanyo's SD card.
And transferring files from my Kodak's card was also a doddle.
Get it onto YouTube in no time. Let's log in.
Hey, John. Do you like my fish?
My Kodak and I had triumphed with my underwater fish video playing out to the world, which brings us to G ratings.
And it's just 2 Gs for the Flip. Its large touchscreen doesn't make up for its bulky feel and lack of features. It's 3 Gs for the Sanyo. Despite its optical zoom, the fiddly controls make it slow and awkward to use.
But it's 4 Gs for the Kodak. It was quick and easy with good quality pictures, and being waterproof was a real bonus.
Okay, now we want to talk to you about broadband internet speeds. Now, you might remember some time ago on the Gadget Show, we had a campaign about internet service providers' use of the words up to regarding their broadband speeds in their advertising. They say things like you can get up to 8 meg, but they might as well say in your dreams 8 meg, and a lot of people are finding that this superhighway is passing them by.
In fact, the advertised speeds that say up to 8 meg were found to be on average a paltry 3.3 meg. and the gap between the maximum speeds ISPs are claiming you'll get and what you're actually receiving is widening.
Now, the telecom regulator, Ofcom, are recommending that ISPs become more honest about the broadband speeds that you will actually achieve. But the likelihood is that this will end up in the small print.
Yeah, we want Ofcom and the advertising watchdog, the Advertising Standards Authority, to see to it that the words up to are taken out of broadband advertising, because we think that at the very least it's misleading.
Yeah, so we contacted 2 of the leading ISPs to get their opinion on what was going on.
Yeah.
And TalkTalk had this to say: our customers get information on the likely speed that they will actually be able to receive in their postcode area before they join TalkTalk, so they know what they're signing up for.
OK, so I got a letter from BT here. Look, they said we already give the most accurate reading of speeds and we fully support the Ofcom Code of Conduct. They also said, though, lower down, up to is widely used throughout the industry by all major ISPs, and we have no current plans to drop it.
Yeah, so that is what they had to say. But there's nothing like a little bit of science to separate the fact from the fiction, and this is where you come in.
Because we've installed our very own speed checker on the Gadget Show website, so you can check the broadband speed you're actually getting and compare that to the speed your ISP is charging you for.
Simply log on to 5.tv/Gadget Show, where you can test the speed of your broadband service and tell us about it using our online survey. To be accurate, you should log on at different times of the day.
We want you to help us with our campaign to persuade ISPs to change their sluggish ways.
Come on, this issue has been rolling on. We're still with it, OK? We really want to make a change, but we can only do it if you get involved.
Exactly. OK, now time for a little bit of Ortis. Obviously, as you know, he's our resident beefcake. But also, his job is to scour the globe looking for cool, sexy, cutting-edge bits of tech.
Yes, and this time I've stumbled across a surfboard with a lot more oomph.
So what kind of cake do you think I am?
Oh, like Victoria sandwich?
Cool.
Stockholm, a city nestling within a spectacular complex of 30,000 islands. With clear, calm waters, it's perfect for chilling out by the shore. But absolutely rubbish for surfing. And you'd think, considering I've come out here to test a Gadget surfboard, that perhaps I've made a small geographical clangor. Not so, Mr. Smugpants, because the surfboard I'm going to be playing with has been designed to work with no waves at all. This is the PowerSki Jetboard. It comes with a 350cc engine, which supposedly means you can get the full, gnarly surf experience on even the flattest, calmest bodies of water. Now, it's been donkey's years since I last rode a surfboard, and even then it was without all the bells and whistles of a motor within it. So I've enlisted the help of an enthusiast who's going to tutor me. I'd arranged to meet up with Rickard Olsson, a Swedish PowerSki fan who could show me the ropes.
First of all, you get the dead man's grip.
Okay.
Put it around your wrist.
This emergency cutout?
Yep.
Okay, in case I fall off. Well,
when
I fall off.
Yeah. Push the green button.
Yes.
Like that.
Uh-huh.
This is a throttle.
Throttle, the silver lever.
Yes.
Yep, yep.
And then you get on your knees.
On the knees, yep.
And pull the hose or the leash towards you and rise up to standing position.
Okay. And with that, we were off.
Feel that rumble, baby!
Off being the right word.
I'm off the...
As it was proving harder than I thought to keep my balance.
No, don't you dare turn over again. I feel I'm ready for the speed now. Do you know what I mean?
I was determined to master this thing, and before long, I was almost standing up.
Oh, that feels great!
But something was badly wrong. The board was slowing. I just couldn't get it up to full speed.
I can't get up on the board unless I'm going at a reasonable pace. I was getting full throttle. She just won't do what I want.
I took it to the shore to see what the problem was, and things kept getting worse. Okay, so first off, my board doesn't work properly, and now Rickard's just brought his boat in because that wasn't going to full throttle either. Although the inner cavity had a rubber seal, every time the boards capsized, water had been leaking into the engines. Oh yeah, that's wet, look.
Yeah.
That's not just oil, that's wet.
No, this is no good.
No. Soggy spark plugs meant that the engines now wouldn't even start.
Yeah. abandoned ship.
It looked like my day of fun on the water was over. Or was it?
Is that your Sea-Doo?
Yes, of course it is.
Oh, mate, cheers! Hey, nice one! Yeah!
Oh!
So disappointing.
You went all the way to Sweden and it didn't even work.
Didn't even work. Now, the developer said it's great for learners, but I beg to differ because every time it capsizes, it takes on board water and the engine doesn't work.
Yeah, they need to really work on that seal because actually, when you do see it working properly, it looks incredible.
Incredible.
So when they do sort the seal out...
I'll definitely be back.
I want to have a go.
Welcome back. Now it's time for this week's Top 5, and we're talking gaming, people. Yes, gaming on the move. Now, the good news is that whether you're on the bus, on the way to your nan's, or on the train to work, you can take your gaming lifestyle with you thanks to a number of ingenious hardware solutions and thousands of possible games. But don't worry, I've done the hard work for you. I've trawled through the best out there. And so here it is, my Top 5 mobile games. I've racked up thousands of miles on the road making the Gadget Show, and I've grabbed every opportunity available between filming to play the latest games on various mobile gaming tech.
Come on, go to the studio. Come on.
And let me tell you, there are some corkers out there. At number 5, it's the retro arcade classic Pac-Man on the HTC Desire Android smartphone. What I like about this version of the game is that it uses the touchscreen of the HTC Desire, and that's a really nice fit with the kind of game it is. It looks really good on this small screen. It's also a game that you can play on the move with just the tip of your thumb, leaving the other hand to, I don't know, wave to people, a little bit like the Queen. Playing Pac-Man on massive indoor arcade machines was awesome in the 80s, but experiencing the golden age of gaming in the palm of your hand is brilliant. And it will entertain you all the way to your destination. Oh, this is my stop. At number 4 is the multiplayer first-person shooter Eliminate Pro on the iPhone or iPod. The goal of Eliminate Pro is quite straightforward. You've got to play a number of real players, just like me. They could be sat in a cab or somewhere in a cafe, anywhere in the world, in multiplayer arenas. And your progression through those arenas is aided by your accuracy, your ability to kill more efficiently, because when you kill them, you get credits, and credits enable you to upgrade to more state-of-the-art weaponry and armour. Eliminate Pro is an online first-person shooter that uses Wi-Fi and 3G connectivity, and the on-screen controls are a match for most gamepads. Bringing multiplayer, arena-style gameplay to the palm of your hand. It's a really fast, fluid, traditional first-person shooter which handles incredibly intuitively, given that it's on a tiny palm-sized phone. Let's do it, baby. And at number 3, I've gone for the puzzling, portable game-building oddity that is WarioWare DIY on the Nintendo DSi. You can alter the backgrounds of your game, change the music, decide how your players win or lose, even tinker with the AI. Already well established on the Nintendo Wii as a fun family party game, you can now have fun building your own micro-puzzles anywhere. The whole game design process doesn't need any programming knowledge or game design acumen. All you've got to do is point and click with your stylus. It's so straightforward. And once you've created your mini micro game, you can share it with friends over a local wireless connection or just enjoy the creation yourself. Yes! At number 2, it's the third-person strategy all-action Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker for the PSP Go. Set in the Cold War era in South America, the brilliant military espionage storyline will grip you from the start. Part of the Metal Gear Solid family, the game features the signature sneaking around that has made the franchise so successful, as well as problem-solving and kick-ass action. The thing about the PSP Go, its physicality, the fact that you can actually feel the buttons rather than being a touchscreen, makes a game like this really, really playable and really enjoyable. It's got a kind of tactile feedback to it. Oh, I better go. And my number 1 game for gaming on the move is Plants vs. Zombies HD on the iPad. The iPad has fast matured into the newest and the most exciting mobile gaming platform available. And many of the games that were really popular on the iPhone I've been given the high-definition treatment. And one of the most successful is this highly addictive and entertaining tower defence-style adventure game. The concept is that you've got to plant plants in a garden, and these incessant hordes of zombies attack your house. Only the plants can save you. They're able to fight the zombies in a number of different ways, so you might have some little cherries that are bombs, or some mines made out of potatoes, or pea shooters. In fact, I'm having trouble chatting to you right now because one of the zombies is about to go into the middle of my house, and I just won't let that happen. Lush visuals and the iPad's unique touchscreen interface make this the top of our pile. Yes! Got him with a cherry bomb. It's funny, great value, and the action is fast and furious, so you'll be digging it out of your bag again and again. Still on the great subject of gaming, the Gadget Show web team recently headed off to Cologne to shoot an exclusive report on Gamescom, Europe's biggest trade fair for interactive games and entertainment. To see it hot off the press, log on to our website at www.5.tv/Gadget Show, where you can also find all the latest gaming news and reviews on my rather splendid games page.
Welcome back. It's time now to return to this week's challenge.
This week, Suzi and I were set the task to join forces and transform a sleepy seaside guest house into a techno-futuristic dream.
Yeah, the idea was to create a hotel that was as automated and as efficient as possible while still retaining that personal touch. Not easy.
Yeah, then we would be judged by a very real and very critical hotel inspector. But would we create a future hotel or a faulty towers? After a hurried bit of research and a trip to Germany, our plans for the Gadget Hotel were taking shape. We'd ordered the tech and spent a morning clearing a room. But with a hotel inspector scheduled to arrive within the next 12 hours, it was all getting a bit scary.
Right, we've cleared the room, and one of the first things that we're going to do is get rid of the old-fashioned, cumbersome hotel room key. We've looked at loads of different keyless technology, and we've come up with the idea of using arguably one of the most successful gadgets of all time, the mobile phone. Mobile phones already incorporate cameras, MP3 players, sat-navs and computers, and now some can also be used as ID cards using RFID or radio frequency identification chips, just like the ones in prepaid travel cards used on the London Underground. Nokia are leading the way and already have RFID phones, but it's rumoured the next iPhone will also have this technology.
Right, try it now.
OK, here we go. Yay!
Excellent.
It works.
Yeah.
Look, you can't get in. You can't get in. Hold it to the door. You're in.
Cool. Now, our hotel inspector already has a Nokia phone, so it's just a question of activating the chip within his phone to recognise his hotel room door.
Yeah, and we can either do that here at reception, or we can send him the information via a text, so he doesn't even need to come to reception.
Nice.
Obviously, it's vitally important to have a lovely, comfy bed in a hotel room. But
Indeed.
we wanted something that was just a little bit gadgety, so we got this bed with a built-in PlayStation and a built-in LED TV screen.
Nice.
Nice for watching your late-night telly. Hey, I'm not sure about this black sheet.
Oh, no, definitely black sheets, yeah.
And of course, we couldn't have a TV and PlayStation 3 without including a full surround sound system, which is also hooked up to a smartphone dock that includes a DAB radio and provides your early morning alarm call.
One of the aspects I really liked about the future hotel I visited was the voice-automated tech, but that was just a prototype. It was just a university research project. But I've managed to find a way to incorporate it into our Gadget Hotel room using commercially available tech. The HAL 2000 system runs on virtually any computer and can switch on and off any electrical device. It works by constantly listening for keywords and phrases that it's already been pre-programmed with. If it gets a match, it carries out a command. Right, that's all wired up. Let's see if it works. Computer, close powered curtains.
Okay.
Computer, open powered curtains.
Okay.
Yeah, see, it works. Cool. And that's not all. The tech can be linked so one single command can activate up to 250 gadgets. That's more than enough for our hotel room. Another thing which impressed me at the future hotel was the lighting. So I've connected motion sensors to turn our lights on and off for those nighttime trips to the bathroom.
Now, all this tech is going to generate heat, so we've added a bladeless room fan to keep our inspector cool.
But we haven't just thought about the guest, we've also thought about the hotel staff. So we installed a state-of-the-art computerized minibar that was connected to the main hotel computer, a hand and body dryer to reduce the need for towels, and a Samsung Navibot robot vacuum cleaner to help keep the room clean, though I felt we shouldn't do the French maid out of her job. We've made the bed the central hub of our hotel room. Not only does it have a television and a PS3 plugged into it, but we've done away with the spy hole in the door, so if anyone comes a-knocking, hey, look, it's Suzi, and that is fed straight into our TV. Hi, Suzi. No, I'm not going to let you in. Let me see what's in your hands. Screwdriver. See?
And it's not just the bedroom that's been automated.
This is what we've had retrofitted to our bathroom. It's called the Bath-O-Matic, and it allows me to make the perfect bath without getting my fingers wet. I can control temperature of the water, I can drain it whenever I want, and also I can determine what level I want the bath filled. It's brilliant.
And it gets better because you can control the Bath-O-Matic by using an app wirelessly. So I can fill the bath up. I'm going to fill it up.
No, don't fill the bath up. I like it halfway.
I'm going to make it hot.
No, I want it tepid.
Hot because I'm a girl. And finally, one of the ways that we're going to try and impress our hotel inspector is by knowing exactly who he is as he walks through the door. And for that, we're going to use this little bit of technology that was actually devised for sports.
Sports people need to accurately measure their times when they pass a finishing line, and it's now possible for them to do this using specially developed RFID chips. Most RFID chips need a direct contact like the one we used in our door lock, but because these ones are powered by a tiny lightweight battery, their information can be read from up to 2 meters away.
So what we've done is discreetly embedded this technology into his luggage tags. So when he walks over our welcome mat here, it'll be registered, and then we will know on our screens that he's arrived and all his information will come up. I said a small welcome mat.
Well, I want him to feel really welcome. But getting all this tech wired up and working before our inspector arrives is going to be some challenge. Nice. Here, I tell you what, we should have gone with these sheets.
What? Yeah. Bad sheets.
Oh, I like these sheets.
Yeah, you look really at home in them.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's not a compliment.
We did have really good tech. I liked the keyless door.
Yeah, it's got to be the way to go, hasn't it? I loved the fact that you can watch TV at the end of your bed, play games and stuff, and I also love the fact that you can run your bath from an app.
You did like that, didn't you?
Yeah, I like that.
So we were really up against it, trying to get everything ready in time for the hotel inspector's inspection. Join us after the break to see what the result is. Will we get rosettes or will we get a roasting? Ooh.
Get off. Welcome back.
Yes, we'd now like you to chill out, relax, make good use of the tea and coffee making facilities because the moment of truth has arrived.
Yeah, that's right. For this week's challenge, Otis and I were given the task of transforming a traditional bed and breakfast in Worthing into a futuristic gadgety palace.
Now, I know you wouldn't normally associate the Sussex coast with cutting-edge technology, but after what we did with our B&B, Worthing would never be the same again.
Yeah, we put every bit of tech we could possibly think of into our hotel room, but would it be enough?
Well, we thought we'd done really well, but that didn't matter anymore because a real-life, genuine, professional hotel inspector was coming down to judge our work.
Yes, so the tech was checked, the power was on, our fingers were crossed. Let's see how we got on. Is that your foot?
No. This was Judgment Day for our Gadget Hotel. Upstairs, we chucked out the chintz and replaced it with the best tech we could find. Our room is ready for our very special guest. Oh, let's put the TV down.
Outside, we laid a sneaky RFID reading welcome rug that would allow us to identify the inspector from his chipped luggage, even before he sets foot in the hotel.
Oh, the beep.
And it worked.
Check the room, go check the room, go check the room. Hello, Mr. Robertson.
Yes.
Welcome to the hotel.
Now for our second RFID gamble.
Did you get a text from us?
I did.
So that's your access into your room.
We'd done away with his room key and replaced it with the inspector's own RFID-enabled smartphone that, when activated, could be used to open his hotel room door. And once again, it worked.
OK, so the respectable thing to do here would be to let him settle in, have a good try out of the room, and then have a chat to see what he thinks about what we've done. But where's the fun in that? So instead, we're going to watch him all the time he's in the room. He's having a look around.
Minibar.
Minibar. Checking the ambient lighting, yeah.
Put the fan on. Oh, he's switching it on.
Turning it on.
It's quite warm today, I bet he likes that.
Surround sound. I'm going to sit down on the bed.
Go on, get your feet, get your shoes off.
Yeah, put your feet up.
He seemed genuinely impressed by our gadgets, but the star tech was undoubtedly the voice activation system, which we'd given him 3 command phrases for. Morning mode, daylight mode, and my personal favourite...
movie mode.
Okay.
It
done the curtains,
worked! It worked like a treat. The curtains closed, the lights went off, and the TV rose out of the bed.
He's laughing.
Yeah, he likes that.
Daylight mode.
Okay.
He's making himself comfortable, which is good.
Oh, he's opened the curtains again.
Yep.
Very good.
Like a kid in a sweet shop, look.
Next, he decided to check out the bathroom, and he had no problems getting to grips with the Bath-O-Matic app on his smartphone. He's filling up the bath.
Bath-O-Matic. He is, he's running a bath.
Yeah, he's listening out for it as well. Don't worry, it's working.
Our inspector now had to cram a full overnight stay into just a few hours of Gadget Hotel living in order to make his judgment. We just had to hope that he would appreciate all the advantages of our tech-filled hotel room while experiencing it at warp speed.
Good morning.
This time, the HAL 2000 voice activation system opened the curtains, switched on the radio, and boiled a super-fast kettle.
We were delighted. The tech had all worked brilliantly, but had we done enough to impress our hard-nosed professional hotel inspector?
Hey, guys.
What do you say? What do you say?
You're not bothered what I think,
No,
are you?
hotel inspector, how many stars did we get?
Is the in all good time. I feel like John Bentley, it's great. So first of all, the RFID greeting, that's the radio frequency identification mat, and the text message that he got, he loved it. Excellent. He thought it was great. You could see it being implemented in hotels, which I think is a great compliment.
Good.
Next up, you replaced the key with a mobile phone.
Yes.
Lovely touch. Again, he could see the industry really liking that.
Yes.
All right? Because a lot of money is wasted, apparently, on lost keys.
2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Well done. Voice control, all right?
Yeah.
That's the curtains.
Oh, he loved that. He loved it. He was smiling.
Well, getting down to it.
Felt a bit daft.
Really?
But then once he got used to it, he said he thought it worked well.
Oh, cool.
All right?
Maybe it's just that thing about
talking to yourself.
Getting used to it, getting used to the technology.
Yeah.
OK, and the automated bath, all right?
He loved it.
An excellent feature.
Yes.
Because a lot of damage is caused by overfilled baths.
That is my favourite.
Hey, how about that? Some really positive comments, but all of this really pales into insignificance compared to the star rating that he awarded Suzi and Ortis's Gadget Hotel.
Yeah, because we started off as a 3-star.
Correct. You started on 3 stars.
Oh, no, we didn't go backwards.
No,
I've got to be honest with you, I was sort of hoping that you'd regress to a 2, maybe even a 1 for comedy value. But you didn't. You improved it to a 4 stars! Well done, Suzi. Great work.
Yeah. High five.
Chest five. No, not chest fives. Hey, listen, before you go, don't forget to visit our website and join our Broadband Speed campaign.
Yes.
And also, you can test the speed of your broadband on our website using the link.
Very important stuff.
5.tv/Gadget Show.
All right, that's it for this week.
It is.
We'll see you next time.
See you soon.
Chest high fives all round.